It's the one-man show.
One-man show. You are watching the one-man show. Ooh, one-man show.
It's the one-man show. One man, one man, one man, one man, one man. That's me. What we're going to talk about today? Ooh, it's the one-man show's back. Ooh. So what we're going to talk about today, well, I'm using a new camera and I've got a funny feeling it's bouncing about all over the place. But with hypermobility, it might not be. We're going to talk about life. Life. Your life, my life, everybody's life. One day, it's going to come to an end. And I heard recently, if you don't like what you're doing, it's time to do something else. And realistically, that's absolutely bloody spot on. It's time to do something else. Bit of a hill. First walk for ages. Knees are killing me. Back of my thighs are killing me. Them hamstringy things. So I thought I'd share with you some of my own thoughts. You see, when I was around about 2, I got German measles. Huge temperature apparently, nearly put in hospital. I recovered. Got knocked over at the age of 9. Fractured skull, broken leg. Recovered. God, I'm knackered. Age of 41. Large colon removed. Anal cavity removed. Bag on the belly. Caught blood poisoning. Recovered. All good so far. Then earlier this year, I got a pain in the chest. And I went, ooh, I don't like where that is. Cut long story short, I went for a scan to Lancaster Hospital. They put a vent in your veins and they insert a dye. And that dye helps them to look at the things that go around your heart, your veins, around your heart and your arteries. And I went, oh my God, what's that going to be like? Do you know when they shoved the air? She said, when we put the dye in, you're going to get a hot flush. And you're going to feel as if you've wet yourself. You won't have wet yourself, but you'll feel like you have. Well, go on then. And they put the stuff in, and this hot flush went over me. And I felt like I'd weed myself. But I also thought to myself, oh, that was quite nice. Because she told me it was like a woman when she hits the menopause and gets a hot flush. When I came out of there, I thought to myself, I'd like a few more of them hot flushes, like they were quite canny, them. I didn't hear anything. And then a letter came through the post. I've got borderline heart disease. What the hell does that mean? My father in his early 50s had a heart attack. I'm 61 this October. Borderline heart disease. I thought to myself, all right, what does that mean? Well, I've got to go for another scan, and what they do Because they put chemicals in your system to increase your heart rate to see if you're going to get any pains. And it's a faster way of doing it than a treadmill, apparently. So it sunk in for a couple of days. And then all of a sudden, yesterday morning, it hit me. Hit me with your rhythm stick. It hit me. This means death's on the way. Death is on the way. Don't know when, don't know how, but nothing else in the past seemed to bother me. Yeah, you were worried and all the rest of it, but it didn't bother me. All of a sudden, heart disease, that started to bother me. I'm going to sit on my chair. Oh, it started to bother me. Life flashed before my very eyes. All the things I haven't done. All the things I have done and maybe I should apologise for. But it hit home that I've done nothing. I've been nowhere. Hang on a minute. How long have I got? And that got me thinking how many other people are thinking the same. Have you thought the same at any time? What have you done with your life? Does it really matter what you've done with your life? Because when you're gone, you're forgotten about fairly quickly. Maybe a couple of generations. For example, my dad died, what is it? Is it 8 years ago, in October this year? He died. I go with my brother and sister and we sit on his bench and we talk about him. My son hasn't got a clue who he is. So when I go, his legacy or the memories about him, they've gone. So within, say, 20 years of him dying, what house he had, what car he drove, what was in his bank account, the troubles he had, the marriage breakups, the previous or the last woman that he married, doesn't matter, does it? And that got me thinking, the only thing that matters is what you do for you. If you're unhappy where you are now, house, car, motorbike, travelling, work, if you're unhappy, do something about it. Because I always had a saying that life isn't short. I think it's pretty long, because you can do an awful lot with it. But all of a sudden, when this letter landed on my doorstep and I read it, life isn't long at all. Life's bloody short. I need to do more. I need to experience more. But why? Why do I need to do that? Do we go to another life? Do we go are we a caterpillar now? We're going to turn into a butterfly. You see, my mind is like a TV screen, and it's got 200 channels playing at the same time, and it bobs about from one to the other. I don't know whether you're the same, but mine certainly does. It bobs about from one to the other, and it never really settles. It's like a bumblebee hitting a field full of dandelions. It hasn't got a clue which dandelion to land on, so all it does is buzzes about going mad. Oh my God, look at all them dandelions. Buzz! And it doesn't land on one little dandelion and think, ah, what a nice dandelion this is. I'll just stay here for a bit, because it sees other things. So all of a sudden, my mortality has hit me like a bloody big rock. There are things I want to do, and there's the bumblebee. You see, I told you there'd be a bumblebee. There's things I want to do. There's places I want to go. I'd got myself into the swing of driving trucks, and that'll do me. Driving trucks. Nothing wrong with driving trucks. But you're dead. You're driving a bloody truck. You're seeing nothing. You're doing nothing. Yes, it brings the income in. Doing tipper trucks, I don't know, 800-900 quid a week. Not bad, by any stretch of the imagination. But am I going to land on my deathbed thinking, Well, trucks was a waste of friggin' time. I did now. Or am I going to write more books? Am I going to make more films? Am I going to leave a legacy where I live forever? Because that's the only way you can. You live forever in people's minds. When those people pass on, you're gone. You write a book, photographs of you in it, for generations to come, you're alive. You make a film, it's the same. Moral of today's story, as I come to a close: if when you go to work, you've had enough and you're sick of it, change it. Make a move to change it till you're happy, so you bounce out of bed and go, woohoo, I'm going to work. If you're waking up next to somebody and you think, I friggin' hate you, but you're staying with them because you're worried about what'll happen, change it. Move on. Don't have an affair. That sucks. But move on. Move out, then find somebody else. Or stay on your own. You don't have to be with anybody in this world. It's not like our grandparents' times where there was nothing really. Now, everything is there for us. For me, time to reassess some of the decisions I've made recently. And I hope you are as well. So until the next time, bye-bye for now.
One Man Show. You are watching the One Man Show. Ooh, One Man Show.